Hey, welcome back to the channel, Tea Times for Two, Golf Travel for Couples. Hey, I'm Scott,
And I'm Cheryl.
and today we're in Calabash, North Carolina. Some tremendous seafood, and at the Pearl Golf Links, and we'll rate and review the golf course for you. Stay tuned. All right, the first category that we rate all golf courses and resorts is the layout of the golf course and the playability for all levels of players. For the layout, we're going to give the Pearl 4 stars. What about the playability for women?
I'm going to give it 3.5 stars.
3.5 stars. She's a tough judge today.
So the Pearl has 27 holes. This was designed by Dan Maples back in 1987. It once had 36 holes.
Yeah, when we played it, matter of fact, we played it in 1987 the first time. You probably weren't born yet.
Yeah.
But it had 36 holes then. The three nines, the east, the west, and the north have 5 sets of tees, and those range from just under 5,000 yards to a little over 7,000 yards, depending on which routing that you play that particular day.
Yeah, there's some force carries and lots of water on many of the holes that run along the marsh. So it does make it a challenge for the higher handicap players. But the shorter tees will help with that. So just make sure you choose the right tees for your game.
Yeah, definitely. So it's really important on this one. The East is unique in that it has 3 par 3s, 3 par 4s, and 3 par 5s. So that's kind of neat and unique. The West plays to a par of 37 with 2 par 3s, 3 par 5s, and I think it plays a little harder for women or higher handicap players. It's a little bit longer, and there's a lot more water. 8 of the 9 holes, if I remember right. And then how about the North?
Yeah, the North plays to a par 35 with 3 par 3s and 2 par 5s.
Yeah, it plays a little bit shorter.
Mm-hmm.
Of the 3 courses, I think the par 5s and the par 3s are the strength of the course. There's some really pretty holes along the marsh, and we did see quite a few gators. Yes, we were on the gator hunt the last trip we were there. Our second category we rate golf courses and resorts is the aesthetics of the course or the wow factor. And for the Pearl, we're definitely going to give it
5 stars.
5 stars. It's a beautiful, beautiful golf course running along the marsh and the Calabash River there. The Pearl, like a lot of Dan Maples courses, if you're familiar with the old Marsh Harbor for you old folks out there that like me that remember that one, Oyster Bay, some of the Sea Trail golf courses, visually stunning, and several holes running along that marsh, like we said, in the Calabash River, and really tall Carolina pine trees. So it's really, really picturesque. And
Yeah, so there's lots of wildlife, including many different bird species, and of course, lots of
yeah,
alligators.
we saw some really big ones this time.
Yes,
Really
yes,
big ones. I think I'll put a couple pictures of them up there. You took some videos of
I
them
did.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, there's lots of memorable holes there, but these are the ones that are our favorites out of the 27.
Yeah. We'll start with the East. Number 4 on the East is a little short par 5, but it's really, really tight with water down the left side most of the way. It's going to require you to lay up off the tee. Otherwise, you can hit into that water. Then there's a marker in the middle of the fairway that'll let you know where the water starts. So you want to zap that with your yardage, your rangefinder. Make sure you lay up short of that. And then you're just going to have a short little wedge in.
East hole number 5. It's a beautiful medium length par 3. It's got water all the way down the entire left side, and then it's got a deep bunker short right that protects a small green.
Yeah, that was a really pretty hole. Yeah, that was one of my favorites on the course. Number 7's a big dog leg right. It's a really short hole, par 4. And you really need to lay up about 100 yards short of the green because the fairway takes almost a 90-degree turn right there and gets really, really tight after that. So you just want to lay up to a point of about 100 yards, and then you'll just have a little flip wedge in. So make the hole really, really short. And then moving on, the next hole, number 8, is a medium length par 4 dog leg left. So you're going back the other direction, and you've got the marsh and the Calabash River all down that left side, so you can't really cut the corner. and it's got three huge bunkers that surround the green, and it slopes toward the marsh. So you have to be careful what part of the green you hit, because you can hit the green and have it roll off into the marsh if you're not careful.
And East number 9, it's a long par 5 that doglegs left around the lake. But big hitters can cut corners, but the fairway does slope steeply towards the water.
Yeah.
So
You can't cut too much of it
not too
off because
much.
it'll bounce and roll back down there where the gators are,
Yeah.
and you don't want to be down there. Moving on to the west 9 holes there. Hole number one's a tight uphill short par 4. It's got, as you can see, it's got some big bunkers protecting the right side of the fairway, and the green slightly raised a little bit, so you have to club up a little bit for that, and it's uphill. But it's a good start. If you're starting your round on number one, it's a pretty easy start.
Number 2 is a short, fairly straightaway par 4. It's reachable with a great drive. There's water behind the hole that can come into play on your second shot. The green is very undulating.
Yeah. Now, number 7, I think, it's the prettiest hole on this side. It's a long par 5, all down the marsh, down the right side. You've got large bunkers down the right side and a fairway that slopes really hard toward the marsh. And what makes this hole difficult, it's not the length of it, it's that you really don't have a flat lie anywhere on this hole. So you've always got the ball either below your feet, above your feet, so you never really have a even lie, and you're trying to hit a fairway wood or something, a hybrid or something off that. Makes it a little tougher.
Number 8 is a short par 3 with marsh right and severely sloped green that has a big false front.
Yeah. You got to pick the right club, because that pin's up front. You just got to hit it past the pin, because if you hit it 5, 6 paces on the green, it's just coming back off, and you don't want that. Then moving on to the north side of the golf course, hole number one's a short par 4, which I love, short par 4s. Dog leg left. It's got a huge bunker on the right side of the fairway, as you can see, and water down the entire left side. So you really take driver out of your hands, hit something out in the middle of the fairway, and start your round off with a good hole.
Number 4 is a short par 3 with a massive bunker, short and right, that protects the green, and water behind that, a long tee shot can bound into.
Yeah, you got to really be careful what club you hit here. That is a really big bunker, as you can see on the screen. It's a big bunker, but if you take enough club to get over that bunker and you thin it or anything, you're going to be in the water behind it. So, yeah, don't do that. I wouldn't suggest it. And then moving on to hole number 6 on the north side, it's a really, really cool short par 4, dog leg right. It's protected with water down the right side of the fairway, and it's got bunkers on either side of the landing area. So you've really got to think about what you're going to hit off the tee. Smart play is to lay up short of those bunkers, so you've got a good lie going into the green, and the green's elevated, and it's really undulating. Your favorite word. So hitting the right part of the green's a must, because you can 3-putt this green real easily.
At number 8, it's a long par 3 that plays into the prevailing wind, making it even longer. The water and bunker behind even add to the difficulty. So, par is a terrific score.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of the par 3s on all 3 9s, they're shorter and they're real picturesque, and it's kind of this is pretty, and you relax. But you can't relax on this one. It's a long joker, and if it's into that wind, it plays really, really long. The third category that we rate all golf courses is course conditions. Now, this one can really be dependent upon when you go. Like we said in our other Myrtle Beach videos, we always call out ahead and find out when they're going to do their summer maintenance, because we always go in the summertime. So if you've gone at a different time of year, you may get completely different conditions. But this past time, or we played it, what would we give it?
4 stars.
And why is that?
Well, I mean, it's in pretty good shape the last time we played it in June. Most of the time we played it has been in terrific shape.
One of the best, yeah. But this time, a few of the tee boxes, as you've seen probably on our videos or pictures, behind us were the kind of spotty, and they had a few dead spots here and there. But overall, it was in pretty good shape. Nothing, to alarm you about, but it was in pretty good shape. So, but again, we always go in June, and we always call ahead to see when they're going to aerate their greens. So, anytime you take a trip like this and you're taking a golf vacation, we always call out ahead and see if they're doing it. And that lets us know which courses we're going to play and not play. The fourth category we rate the courses in Myrtle Beach is value, or bang for your buck, which is really important to couples like us when you're taking a trip. And for the Pearl, we're going to give the Pearl 3 stars compared to the rest of the Myrtle Beach courses. But when you compare it to courses around the world, we're definitely going to give it 4 stars for that. So Cheryl, what are the prices to play the Pearl?
Yeah, so your winter tee times midweek, morning around $100, afternoon 78. The summer tee times midweek are going to be very similar. Spring's probably going to be about 10 to 15% more.
Yeah, and those prices you can find them on their website, or you can use any one of the booking agencies, mb.com, myrtlebeach.com, myrtlebeachgolf.com. There's a slew of them. You're going to find similar prices. Now they'll run some specials here and there, but package deals that you can get. It's a little better, but that's usually your cost. Uh, for Myrtle Beach, the Grand Strand area, Pearl is toward the higher end, but the layout's terrific. It's going to be very scenic. I like the courses on the marsh. So when I go to Myrtle Beach, I'm thinking marsh, and I want to play those courses that are on it. So this is one of my favorites. It's a terrific value for places that we've been. When you go to Cabo, you're paying 3 times this. You go to Dominican Republic, you're paying 3 times this plus caddy. So you know it, it's relative. We usually play it in the afternoon though, so we can save a little money on that. We'll play Oyster Bay or Sandpiper Bay in the morning, maybe Sea Trail, one of them at Sea Trail, or even one of the 4 big cats in the morning, and then we catch the afternoon price. So we get a 36-hole day and tremendous value. And what do we get to do in between?
You get to have some seafood.
Get to have some seafood in Calabash.
Work around the lunch.
It's worth it. All right, let's recap. As overall score for the Pearl, I'm going to give the Pearl 4 stars. And what do you think?
I'm probably going to give it 3.5 stars.
3.5 stars. Oh, she's tough today. I really enjoy the Pearl. Like I said before, it's a great layout. The scenery makes for a terrific, peaceful day on the golf course. Plus, it's close to so many courses there in Calabash that you can make a 36-hole day out of it. Or if you just dig playing 27 holes, you can play all 3 and make a full day of it like we do. So plus you can get a better price in the afternoon.
So if you played the Pearl, let us know in the comments below what you thought and how you would rate it. Tell us what your favorite holes were. We love hearing from you. As always, remember, if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe below so that we can keep providing more content for couples like us who love to travel and play golf.
And be sure to check back next week for our newest installment of the Myrtle Beach Series as we head to right down the road and head to Sandpiper Bay Golf and Country Club in Sunset Beach, North Carolina. And check out our other series besides the Myrtle Beach Series. We've got series from Bandon Dunes,
Cabo San Lucas.
Cabo San Lucas. Cheryl just wants to go back to eat at the comfort stations on the golf courses. Phoenix, Scottsdale area, all over the Caribbean islands, and Viva
Las Vegas.
and all around the golfing world. So hopefully someday we're going to see you on the first tee.
Hit him straight.